This is what he says. I'm pleading with you. So he called out, Boeo, Jesus, son of David, have mercy on me. Now, there's something in Jesus that goes, did he just call me son of David? But he keeps walking. Because he hears it and he's like, there's only one other person that's called me that. And it was a Syro-Phoenician woman, not even a Jew, that recognized I'm the Messiah. And I think he hears that and he kind of goes, I'm going to keep walking, but I'm going to keep listening. All right? So Jesus, son of David, have mercy on me. Then those in front told him to keep quiet. Literally, the text says they rebuked him into silence, or rebuked him to silence. All right? Which is an interesting little play on words, because the son of Bartimaeus was epitimated, turned out to be told he was of no value and that he should keep quiet. All right? Just an interesting play on words right there. All right? Told him to be quiet. So he did. He slumped back. He crawled back into his shell and said, I'm not worthy. No, he didn't. Good. Thank you, Jeannie. I appreciate that. No, he didn't. And you know what? I would love to say that about you, but I know it's not true. Because how many times do you crawl back in your shell? You had this moment where you stepped out and you're like, that's it, I'm doing it. I'm going to be this person. Somebody goes, don't you remember who you are? Don't you remember what you did? And what happens? All right. You need to identify the people in front in your life who tell you you're no value and you need to be quiet. You need to identify them very quickly, because God is sitting there going, come on, move beyond who you were, move beyond what everyone thinks of you, move beyond those moments of failure in your life and keep coming, and don't slink back, and don't listen to those people. Don't listen to the people who tell you you are of no value, and until you identify them, you're going to keep listening to them. And you need to identify and go, you know what? You're a person in my life that keeps holding me back from being something that I need to be. And I'm going to have to remove you from my life. You know, there's an unfollow button on Facebook. So if you have that person on your Facebook feed that just constantly negative, it's real quick. 2 clicks, they're gone. All right? It's amazing how that works. Twitter, just get off Twitter. All right? Period. All right? Well, they say Twitter's like Fight Club for people who don't like to get punched in the face. All right? You don't need that negativity. TikTok, don't even get me started. That Chinese stuff, don't even get me started. All right? But identify these people. Please, because they are holding you back from what God knows you can be. All right? What does he do? All the more. Yells out even louder. All right? But he kept crying out, krazo, crazy. He starts crazy crying out. All right? This is that point where everybody looks at you and goes, ain't no stopping him now. All right? You can say all you want. You ain't stopping him. That's an awesome place to be. When the world knows they can't control you anymore and you don't care what they think, now you're going to do something beautiful for the kingdom. But when you have that holding you back, when those people in front can hold you back, you're never going to do anything amazing. Don't let them hold you back. So he kept crying out all the more. He got crazy on this. Son of David, have mercy on me. And look at the next 2 words, verse 40. What does yours say? Jesus does what? What does 9:51 say? 9:51 says, come on people, we've done this 400 times now. Jesus does what? Set his face resolutely toward Jerusalem. I'm going. You ain't stopping me. Nothing's stopping me. Jesus stopped. This is the only time in the Gospels those words are put together. When he's resolutely on his way to the cross to die for you and for me, some blind guy in a town 20 miles away says, Jesus, son of David, have mercy on me. And I think there was some, whoa, he just called me son of David. I like this. The compassion starts to well up because he knows it's a beggar. And everybody's telling him, stop. And he goes, going on, yelling louder. You ain't going to stop me. I'm not going to listen to you who are holding me back away from my Christ, my Messiah, the one who can give me recovery of sight to my blindness, who can open the prison doors to me and let me out of all of this. You're not stopping me. And I think when Jesus heard that is when he stopped. That's when he stops and responds. That's when he stops and says, all right, this guy's not just one and done. Guy's not, you know what, I'll yell at him once, and if it works out, great. If it doesn't, no. This guy's all in. And Jesus turns and says, hey, somebody bring him over here. Because he's blind, right? Doesn't say, hey, you, come over here. No, over here. Over here. Warmer. All right? No, somebody bring him over here. Now, you got to go to Mark to get the rest of the story right here, okay? Because Peter tells it, right? And Peter was there, okay? And Peter watched this. So it's something amazing is going to happen. You got to go to Mark to get the details, okay? So he says, come over here. Somebody next to Bartimaeus goes, have courage. Buck up, little buddy. He's calling you. Here's where you got to actually think when you read the Bible. Because Bartimaeus is sitting beside the road. And where's his coat? Again, you got to think, right? Y'all with me? Y'all thinking? Where is his coat? In his lap. What's in his coat? Any of the alms he's collected that day. Jesus walks by. He starts screaming out, Jesus, son of David, have mercy on me. Jesus, son of... Shh, quiet, hush. Nobody wants to hear from you. Oh, I don't care what you think. Jesus, son of David, have mercy on me. Jesus gets a little bit down the road and says, hey, somebody bring that guy over here. I like this guy. Stops on his way to the cross. Stops. Bring him over here. They go, hey, man, have courage. He's calling you. Now, if I were there and I'm blind and I have my coat with my alms in here, I take my coat, I put it under my arm, and I walk to Jesus. Why? That's not what Bartimaeus does. What does Bartimaeus do when he gets word Jesus, the Messiah, is calling you? What does he do with his coat? The most valuable possession he has. You can understand, in the Old Testament, if you took someone's coat as sort of a down payment or a security bond, you had to give it back to them that night. That's how valuable it was. And God said, if you keep it overnight, I'm going to mess you up. So give the poor people their coat back at night. So he's got all of these alms, whatever he's collected, his whole life. I mean, this is his blanket, sleeping bag, coat, garment, house, whatever it is. This is the most valuable thing he owns. And he's blind, right? So what's the last thing you want to do in this moment with your coat? Throw it. You're blind. Now what do? Not only does the money go everywhere, but your coat goes where? You don't know. Why? Because you're blind. All right? It's like Scooby-Doo, the girl looking for her glasses all the time. Y'all with me? All right? You throw this, you're done. But what does he do? Have courage, little buddy. He's calling you. Throws his coat away. It's literally the word apoballo. Ballo means to throw. We get our ball from it, all right? Or ballistic, all right? Apo, throw it away. He takes it and slings it. What's a blind guy supposed to do now? His most valuable possession is where? He don't know. It's gone. All that money, gone. He jumps up and comes to Jesus. I love what Court was saying. That a lot of these Christian kids went to Destin for a great experience. And you see, the difference between the beginning of the summer and the end of the summer for them was they went into the summer believing in Jesus, You with me? They believed in Jesus from a nice, comfortable position, all right? Even being a pastor's kid. Cord believed in Jesus. He believed in all the things I've been telling him for 19 years. He's been a Christian for 19 years. That was pretty amazing, all right? But we laugh. But you know what? I've been a Christian for 53 years. You know why? Because that's all I've ever believed. And I understand exactly what he's saying. But I had that moment for 14 years of my life where I believed in Jesus, but I didn't believe into Jesus. You see the difference? You can sit on the side of the road and say, yep, that's the Messiah. Yep, I believe he is the Messiah. And I'm just sitting beside the road. Or you can start screaming out, Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me. And now what have you done? And then he calls you and you do what with your coat? Now you're not believing in Jesus anymore. You're doing what? Into Jesus. Because where else are you going to go now? Bart, where